Many years ago, in the land of Fagbeyi, there lived a king named Olu. King Olu ruled the people of Fagbeyi in fairness and justice. He was loved by the people as they always eulogized him. Long live King Olu, long live the throne of Fagbeyi, the people would always say. They sang his praise as often as they had the opportunity. So many villagers would always troop into the palace as King Olu would always welcome them. In fact, some of the regular visitors that came to the palace came because of the food that was always available. There were a lot of food and drink always in the palace. Queen Bisola would also ensure that the visitors were well fed. But beneath the goodness of Queen Bisola was deceit. Queen Bisola had welcomed a child exactly 1 year ago. When the news of the birth of Ayomide broke out, there was jubilation everywhere. It took 7 straight days for the celebration in the palace, as the people rejoiced that their king had produced an heir to the throne. After the birth of 2 daughters, the king was filled with so much joy that finally he had a successor. Prior to the delivery of Ayomide, the king was worried that the throne would be given to another family after his death, since he had no male child. This disturbed him so much until Queen Bisola took in for the third time. The king kept hope alive as Queen Bisola had birthed 2 girls previously. So when the king was informed that Queen Bisola had put to bed a baby boy, he was more than excited. He thanked God that he finally had given birth to one who would take over the throne after him. But Ayomide was not a boy, but a baby girl. When the queen gave birth and saw that the baby was a girl, she wept uncontrollably as her expectations were cut short. Suddenly, the midwife said, "We can tell the people that the baby is a boy." But how is that even possible? Queen Bisola questioned. Yes, no one will know. And what is even the difference between a male child and a female child? The midwife asked Bisola. Their genitals, their private parts. Good. So, who will know the baby is a girl if you don't tell them? So, Bisola and the midwife agreed that they were going to tell the king and the people that the child was a baby boy. When the news broke out, the people believed without any iota of doubt. That was only a year ago since Ayomide was born. Ayomide grew to be a very cute child, and Queen Bisola restricted her from playing too much with her sisters and other children in the palace. But, Mommy, why can't I play as much as other children? Ayomide would sometimes question her mother. My son, you are different and special, and you're going to be the heir to the throne of your father. So you need to be behaved as a prince and a king in waiting. Okay, Mommy, Ayomide would say. Ayomide was not pleased with her mother's decision because she really wanted to be like other children, but she obeyed her mother anyways. Growing up, Bisola was the only person that dressed Ayomide up from childhood, as she would dress her up like a boy. Truly, everyone, including the king, thought Ayomide was a boy. When Ayomide turned 13, she began to grow breasts, which really got her very curious. She only knew that women were the ones that grew breasts. She showed her mother, Queen Bisola. Bisola begged Ayomide not to disclose it to anybody, as she begged Ayomide that she was going to explain and make everything clear to her when she turned 16. Bisola wrapped Ayomide's breast with cloth and made sure it looked flat until the growth became stunted. Ayomide was 16 years old when Queen Bisola disclosed the details of the secret she had kept for years to Ayomide. Ayomide cried, begging her mother that she was tired of living a fake life and that she is tired of making everyone see her as a boy and not a girl. Ayomide, you can't do this to us, Bisola begged. If the villagers find out, they are going to banish us from the village. And your father, the king, will lose the throne. Ayomide, please, Bisola begged. Ayomide was pained and frustrated, but there was nothing she could do as she had already gone too far. And for 16 years of her entire existence, people believed that she was a boy, including her father, the king, King Olu. Ayomide was so masculine that everyone, including Bisola, told herself that she was a boy irrespective of the truth that she was aware of. King Olu loved Ayomide so much, and the reason for his love for Ayomide was not far-fetched, as Ayomide was the heir to the throne and also behaves like his father, Olu. Plus, King Olu saw his younger self in Ayomide. Little did he know that the boy he had grown to love so much was a girl. King Olu taught Ayomide how to fight and wage war. King Olu was a renowned warlord before he became king. You win your enemies first by defeating them in your heart before you go to battle, King Olu would tell Ayomide. You don't prepare for war in the day of war, but you prepare for war before it comes, so you will not be caught off guard. Those were the very words of King Olu to Ayomide. Whenever they were together, the king made sure he teach and instill some kingly values and morals on Ayomide, as he would reign instead of him. When Ayomide turned 20, he was initiated into the kingship as he was crowned the prince of Fabiyi Kingdom and the successor to the throne. It was a day of jubilation as everyone rejoiced. After the coronation and after the initiation, King Olu fell ill. He fought for his life and eventually gave in to death and joined his ancestors. When King Olu died, Ayomide was broken as she had loved her father so much and never thought that a day would come where she would do things without his guidance. The kingly duties and responsibility rested on the shoulders of Prince Ayomide after the death of the king. Queen Bisola would often encourage her, telling Ayomide that she was strong and brave enough to rule the people. Mother, I can't. I feel strange. Don't say that. Don't say that. You are strong, you are intelligent, you are smart, you are capable to become king, to rule the people of Fabiyi Kingdom. Bisola would iterate. The other councils had meeting after the death of the king. There were a lot of debate here and there, as some thought that Ayomide the crown prince was capable to rule the people. Others, especially Chief Bamilola, believed that Ayomide was too weak and young to be crowned king. That boy is too young. He's not matured enough, Chief Bamilola said. But he's 20 and he's intelligent and smart, Chief Alele and Pomiwa said. Yes, you are right. He is old enough to become king. Chief Bamilola was the only one on the other side of the divide, and so he thought of ways he could make the rest chiefs agree with him. His major plan was to discredit Prince Ayomide and somehow manipulate the chief to beat their drum of support for him, Chief Bamilola, to become the next king. Chief Bamilola visited some of the chiefs secretly and told them that, why can't you all see that Prince Ayomide is so unfit to become king? First of all, he's not even married and I don't think he has any woman in his life. He is planning to get married. I don't even think so. Yes, you are right, said Chief Bolu. I have never seen a prince that is not interested in women or talking about marriage. So how does he intend to rule the people if he cannot get married and rule his own family? Chief Bamilola and Chief Bolu discussed at length and decided that they were going to make sure he does not ascend the throne of his father. Chief Bamilola was happy to at least have someone who shared the same opinion with him. Chief Bamilola went to Chief Kayode's house. When Chief Kayode saw him, he was excited to have Bamilola in his house. Welcome, Chief Bamilola. This one you came to visit me today. I hope I am safe because it has been a while you stopped by at my place, Chief Kayode said. Kayode, why would you even say such? You know it's because I am a very busy person. That is why most times I don't even have time for frivolities. The chiefs exchanged pleasantries as Chief Kayode brought out a bottle of hot gin. They both drank and discussed, laughing. After a while, Chief Bamilola brought up the conversation about Prince Ayomide's incompetencies and how he is not worthy of being their next king. Chief Bamilola, so you came to my house all because of this. Why are you like this? This Prince Ayomide's father, the former king, was he not good to all of us? And he was a good leader. So why will you talk about his son with so much venom? Chief Kayode said, I have always known that you are a bad person, but a traitor. Chief Bamilola, have some respect for our late king, he added. In fact, leave my house. So Kayode, you are sending me out of your house, right? Yes, get out. Chief Bamilola left Kayode's house angrily, as he did not agree or give listening ears to him. Prince Ayomide was overwhelmed by the duties in the palace, so decided to look for a way to get out of the stress. One fateful day, Prince Ayomide sneaked out of the palace. On getting to the bush part, changed to a female attire. She walked to a very quiet spot. There she sat down, receiving fresh air away from the troubles and stress of the palace. Ayomide was happy that she had finally gotten an escape route. Ayomide found solace in the new place of comfort, where pretense and trouble were not her companion. As Ayomide admired the environment and her newfound place of solace, suddenly she heard a gunshot. She hid as she was scared for her life. Not long after, a young man came towards her direction with a gun. Ayomide was scared because her palace guards were nowhere around her, as she had sneaked out of the palace without their knowledge. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me, Ayomide pleaded with the young man. I am not a killer but a hunter. I shot my gun towards your direction as I thought I had seen a wild animal. I am sorry if I really made you scared. And I am glad that you were not hurt, the young man said, as he moved closer to her to be sure Ayomide was not hurt. My name is Makinde. I live in the next village, but my parents are from this village, he said. And what is your name? Ayomide looked at Makinde the hunter and ran off immediately without saying a word. Ayomide got to where she had initially changed her outfit and changed back to the muscular, princely outfit she wore before leaving the palace. Nobody noticed Ayomide's absence all the while she left the palace. She was glad at least no one had noticed her absence and looked forward to spending more time in the bush. It was a busy week for Prince Ayomide as the matters on ground in the palace were overwhelming, so she could not create time to sneak out again that week. The following week, Ayomide finished handling all the matters that were brought to her in the palace, and she sneaked out of the palace without the knowledge of the guards and everyone in the palace as usual. As usual, she changed to her female clothes and then walked towards where she had stayed the previous time. She was stunned by the presence of Makinde the hunter that almost shot her the previous day. You again? Ayomide said angrily. Get out of my sight right now. Quickly, Ayomide realized that she was sounding authoritative like the way she would ordinarily behave in the palace. She quickly held her breath as she told herself to calm down. I'm sorry. What are you doing here again? Do you hunt only around this area? Ayomide said calmly. No, I don't. I don't only hunt around this place, but the way you ran off the last time really got me worried, and I thought of checking up on you if peradventure you came around here again. So since that day, I've always come here, but did not find you. But I am glad to see you again. Tell me, how are you doing? Hope you are fine, Makinde said. I am all right and well, Ayomide answered. The two exchanged pleasantries and so started discussing. They talked at length, and it was almost night when Ayomide realized that she had left her reality behind her. She immediately stood up and bid Makinde goodbye. Please wait, Makinde said, but Ayomide was gone. When Ayomide got home, Bisola was quietly waiting for her in the room. Immediately Ayomide sneaked in, she was startled by the presence of her mother, Bisola. Mother, what are you doing in my room? Ayomide, tell me where you are coming from, Bisola asked. Mother, please, why ask me such a question? Remember I am the crown prince and the soon-to-be king. Why question me in such a manner? Ayomide, please be careful. I don't know what you are up to, but something seems not to be right. Please, don't do anything that you would regret. Ayomide, please. Queen Bisola begged Ayomide and left the room. It became a regular routine for Ayomide to always sneak out of the palace. There, she would meet up with Makinde. Ayomide became so fond of Makinde that each day she would envisage how she was going to meet up with Makinde, where they would talk and watch the stars together. Each day seems incomplete without Ayomide sneaking out to go see Makinde. Ayomide fell in love with Makinde without even realizing it. One day, Makinde asked Ayomide at their usual spots, "Who are your parents? I would love to meet them very soon." "Why? For what?" Ayomide questioned, because she knew that if Makinde finds out her true identity, there will be big problem. So she told Makinde that she was an orphan, that her parents died when she was 5 years old. Makinde really felt sorry for her and pulled her close to himself and hugged her. And then an unexpected kiss followed. When Ayomide returned back to the palace, she could not get her mind off the beautiful moment she had shared with Makinde the hunter. One day, when the chief asked to have a meeting with the crown prince, everything was going smoothly as they discussed until Prince Ayomide the crown prince was lost in thought. She thought of all the moments with Makinde, the hug, the kiss. Ayomide was in deep thoughts and did not hear half of what the chief said at the meeting. It was Chief Bamilola that noticed Prince Ayomide's absent-mindedness. After looking at him for a while, he said, "My prince, are you here?" Prince Ayomide snapped back to reality, feeling embarrassed. When the meeting was over, while all the chiefs were on their way back home, Chief Bamilola spoke and laughed about how disgraceful the crown prince behaved while at the meeting. "So, this is the kind of person you people want to crown king," he said sarcastically. The rest chiefs looked at him and chorused, "Chief Bamilola, what have I said wrong? Isn't it obvious that he's not ready to be king? Isn't it obvious that he is not man enough to become our king?" The rest of the chiefs looked at him and hurriedly walked past him. The chief and the elder councils fixed a date for the coronation of the crown prince to become the king of Fagbeyi kingdom. Ayomide was really disturbed as she had fallen deep in love with Makinde the hunter. The feeling was mutual as Makinde loved her dearly. But Ayomide knew that there was no way she could continue with the relationship. So, few days to the coronation, she decided to go and see Makinde for the very last time before she becomes king. She knew that Makinde would never ever see her again afterwards, nor recognize her when she becomes king, because of the way she disguised herself. On getting to the bush, Ayomide changed as usual to her girly attire and walked close to the spot she normally meets with Makinde. She sighted Makinde from afar off and walked towards him. Suddenly, there was a loud noise. It was the voices of all the chiefs in the village. Ah, you traitor and liar. So you are a woman all along. You are not a man." They all chorused. "I told you. You see the person that you want to make king?" Chief Bamilola thundered. "A woman." He laughed sarcastically. "How come we never knew?" At this point, it was better for the ground to open and swallow Ayomide, as the secret she had kept her entire life was finally opened. She bowed her head in shame. As the chief moved closer to her, Makinde hurriedly stood in front of Ayomide, pointing his gun towards the chiefs. "Don't come close," he said to the chiefs, pointing his gun and protecting Ayomide, who was already in tears. "Young man, stay away," Chief Bamilola said, "You are the one to stay away," Makinde reiterated. When Gbemisola heard the news, she was in tears because all her efforts to protect and retain the throne was a waste, and then their lives was in danger. The chief priest was invited to the palace to give a final judgment and pronouncement for Ayomide and the family to be banished from the palace. As everyone listened, he said, "Destiny can be delayed, but not denied. This young man here," pointing at Makinde, "is the next king of Fabiyi kingdom. It is his turn. He is to be enthroned the king. He is the king of Fabiyi kingdom." That is the reason why his path crossed with Ayomide. They all turned round, looking confused, especially Chief Bamilola, who had orchestrated and plotted for Ayomide to be caught red-handed, hoping to become king. "No, that can't be," Chief Bamilola said. Makinde was confused as well as to what was going on. He was really confused. He only followed Ayomide to the palace to protect her from the chiefs harming her. But this, he was really confused. "Young man, you have a royal blood. Your forefathers are royalty, and so you are next in line to be the king," the chief priest said. Immediately, Chief Bamilola collapsed as all his plans and efforts came crashing right before his face. Makinde was crowned king of Fabiyi kingdom. He married Ayomide, who became the queen of Fabiyi kingdom. Ayomide bore 3 sons for King Makinde. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to this story. I hope you've learned some valuable lessons from this story. Tell me what you've learned in the comment section. I'll be there to reply. And tell me where you're watching from. Please subscribe to the channel for more interesting African tales. Like this video. Please share this video to your friends and your loved ones. Until I come your way again, for now, from me, it is bye.